Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again today. This is Doug with CaliberMind. We're in our third tip. Yes, it's that time of year again. 2025 planning is upon us. You might even be in the middle of it when you're watching this video. So, tip number 3, I want to talk about measuring mid-funnel efficiency. I've talked about understanding what's driving traffic to the top of your funnel. I've talked about how effective is that in terms of down funnel, both efficiency and effectiveness. What I want to do is spend a little time talking about mid-funnel. So at CaliberMind, mid-funnel for us is really this MQA to SQA layer. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a look at my last year's worth of data as I think about 2025, and I'm looking at our progression table. This is a handy dandy way to look at and understand what my conversion rates look like over time across various stages, all the way from inbound to late stage opportunities. The color coding here is dark lilac. That means that I'm above the norm. I'm converting higher than I have historically. And the lighter colors mean I'm maybe below the norm. And so as I'm looking at this, what I'm trying to do is understand sort of what's the overall health of conversions across the funnel. And what I'm going to be looking at is how am I doing in terms of converting MQAs into SQAs? And then how efficient is that pipeline later on? So for the last year, we've been really good. Our pipeline that we're creating at the MQA stage is converting quite often to SQA, so that's good. And so what I want to understand here as well is sort of going on with what's contributing to that marketing qualified account from a campaign standpoint and from a channel standpoint. I want to understand what that mix looks like. So I'm going to pop into a different part of the funnels product here at CaliberMind. And I'm in the CaliberMind platform, by the way. This is the marketing decision engine that you're taking a look at. And what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a slice across the middle of my funnel, my demand gen inbound funnel. And I'm taking a look at it from a campaign type standpoint. I want to know the number. And then I'm looking at the journeys. And then the event type timing is called a pressure event. In other words, what's sort of tipping it into the next stage. So I've got that preset for us. And what I'm looking at is what are the campaign types? So in this case, I have drift chat, the seller setting up meetings. Then I've got contributing channels. I've got content that's showing up. I've got people thinking about a demo or signing up for a demo, at least visiting that page, or interacting with content. And so what this is showing me, if you recall, pretty good conversion rates from MQA to SQA. But I feel like I want to be a little bit stronger in terms of mid-funnel conversions. This is always a challenge for marketers. And so what I'm looking at here is what's sort of contributing. So I'm seeing that I've got my hand raisers are really active. So end of the day, people are able to find the demo. So when this says drift chat, that means they're signing up for a demo. They're able to find it and they're using it quite effectively. What I'm also seeing here is that I'm getting a fair amount of contribution from paid search and organic search. And my sellers are doing a really good job of following up when it's appropriate to talk to other folks. The other thing we're going to notice here, prospects. The other thing I'm going to note for you here is that we have a fair number of campaign types that are contributing at the middle of the funnel. And these are folks that are likely going to cycle back as I see where they're coming from and how they're converting. These are folks that are likely not as far along in the process as we would say they are. So they're making MQA status because they are in our ICP or ACP, and they have a particular title. And we're seeing enough activity that we're flagging them as MQA. So this is telling me that maybe some of my rules need to be thought about again, or I have a fair amount of churn at that mid-funnel point, which is a pretty normal part of the buyer's journey. So this is Doug, CaliberMind. Tip number 3, look at your mid-funnel efficacy and your efficiency in the mid-funnel. Thanks for spending some time with me, folks. Cheers.